Okay, time for the garden update. As you can see, it's fall. We've got leaves falling. Here is the basil. Starting to fade a bit. As you can see there, getting a tiny bit yellowish, kind of losing its color. I have ripped out a lot of weeds. You can actually see the ground now. Terribly exciting. So this is a Marzano tomato. I didn't pick this one in time, as you can see. It's quite a wreck. But I've got some in a cluster here. Hopefully they will ripen. I had Marzanos in the garden bed last year, and I can really tell tomatoes don't like pots. This is the biggest pot I could basically find. As such, without cutting like a wine barrel open or something, the biggest pot I could find. They obviously need more. Space. There's my raspberry. I got exactly, I think, one raspberry off this year. Not terribly excited about it. So here's something interesting. The bell pepper, which has done nothing but look sad all summer. If you can see there, you can kind of look. I'm starting to actually get bell peppers. This is the same thing that happened last year. The bell pepper plant just kind of sat and looked sad and pathetic and didn't grow at all summer. And then when the fall hit, it started to grow. See, there's a flower. They start off as flowers. And they'll turn into a bell pepper. So hopefully I'll get a couple of bell peppers. I might move that over into the garden bed. Speaking of the garden bed, as you can see, I have removed the trees and the dead broccoli. I've put in, so this tomato plant, I'm letting it, I don't think I'm going to get anything. A couple of flowers trying to be tomatoes, we'll see. So anyway, I bought lots of parsley seedlings. Parsley. Put them in. These are my lettuce seedlings. This is, what kind of lettuce is this? Romaine lettuce. So they're about twice as big as when I put them in, I guess, last week. My chives, not very pretty. I've been cutting them every day for salad. Seedling. This kale seedlings. They're looking terrible. More lettuce. You can see this. This is the stevia. I mean, look at that. That's crazy. It's crazy how tall that is. Anyway, stevia flopping over onto the lettuce. Cauliflower seedlings waiting to go in when I take out this stevia and this basil and hang it up to dry in the shed. Broccoli seedlings over here doing okay. There's a broccoli there, and there. There should be 4. I only see 3. I don't happen there. But anyway, so these little sprouts here, I sprinkled in the lettuce seeds, so starting to come up. So this is the tomato. I took this cherry tomato out of the turquoise pot. I tried to get the whole thing out and put it in the ground carefully and gently, but very little of it came out, and I'm pretty sure I heard some roots snapping. So I put it in there, and for the longest time, these leaves were hanging straight down, probably for like 4 or 5 days, looking sad, and I thought maybe I'd killed it. But I figured, well, I moved it now, I'll just leave it. But look, the leaves look alive, and I'm getting tomatoes. When I transplanted this, only one was red, this one here. Need to pick that probably tomorrow for salad. These were all green globes. They're growing. Very happy about it. A little green one down here. Oh, more seedlings, I forgot about these. Probably broccoli, gotta get that in. Rainbow chard looking kind of meh, okay. But here, I don't know if that's a weed or a lettuce, but these here are definitely, some of these are lettuce seedlings. Oh, there's some chard kind of hiding there. So look at this side now. Yes, I have weeded, put down cardboard. I've even got extra cardboard. I've weeded and put down cardboard. I can now walk in my garden. Oh, something has been caught in a spider web. Is that the spider? Nope, spider caught something in a web between these two blueberry plants. So this blueberry, I never got around to transplanting this into a larger pot. This is a sunshine blue. This will go in the landscape, or maybe I'll put it in the bigger pot. See, it's looking kind of sad and dead. When you have a plant, you haven't got around to doing anything with it, and it looks kind of sad and dead. Just look at that. You hear that? That means dead. You hear that snap. So here it's, yeah. There it's a little bit alive. You hear that snap, that brown snap, the sharp noise, that means death. But look, we've got some foliage coming back from the roots. So it's not dead after all. I must apologize to the plant and give it a larger pot. Same thing, this one also a sunshine blue. Needs to be transplanted. This turned out to not be mint in this elderberry pot. It was just weeds. I bought 3 elderberries, put them in pots. Only this one survived. So I've got to figure out where this one's going to go. Since, like I said, this whole area here is actually going to be fruit trees. One more thing. So, yeah, as you can see, I can walk again. My little purple boots are unimpeded by ankle-high weeds. Let's go this way. Alright, so do a little compare and contrast. Yellow flowers. This is a jostaberry bush. Okay, right on the other side of this little landing, this is a jostaberry bush. I was out here, I guess a week and a half ago. My daughter was like, Mommy, come see. So I'm like, what? The first thing I thought was that a deer had come and eaten this up. But then I thought, that doesn't really make any sense. They've been here for years. The deer have never bothered them before. Then she pointed to all these little brown fuzzy things that are about 2 to 3 inches long. So yep, we had some sort of caterpillar that came and in a matter of a couple of days, before I could notice, stripped this poor jostaberry bush down to the branches. There's just a few sad little leaves right here. I actually plucked them off and put them on the ground. And yeah, they're clearly gone. I think I took a picture, so when I put this video up on the blog, I will show a photo. There's some basil outside the door with, what is this? And I had some kind of weed growing in there, but anyway, this is basil. That's basil. Not doing too well. Not that I'm short on basil. This, however, is great. Peppermint, I've been making mint tea all year long with, not all year long, all summer long with peppermint. My husband likes it with black tea. I like to just have the peppermint by itself. See, am I missing anything? So these jostaberries, I did not get any berries off them. I haven't gotten any berries off them yet. So I've got this one here, I've got that one there, and I've got one on the other corner of the house. The one in the other corner had 3 little flowers that looked like they wanted to be berries, but then they disappeared, and I have no idea what happened. So these, if I want to save these, they've got to come out, but they need to give me berries next year. I'm going to be unamused. My hydrangeas, as you can see, they're done. We've got some faded pink foliage. The glory of the purple is long dead. Clearly we had some bug damage, but overall, I mean, most leaves are intact. That looks pretty good. I'm going to try and dig these out and save them too, because yeah, a massive amount of landscaping is going to be done, and the guy I'm getting to help us out is going to bring in some equipment he has, and he's like, look, if you want to save some of this stuff, you're going to have to dig it out, because it's easier for me just to come with my equipment, rip everything out, till up the land, dredge it up, and put in new stuff. So, boo. We'll see how much I can have time to dig out. But anyway, that is the homestead report.